Hello, everyone. It's been quite a
You?
while,
Yeah, it's been a bit. It's been a minute.
but the Chai Guys are back. I'm Jerry,
I'm Peter.
and it's been what, like 2 years, dude, since we
Dude, it's
last
been
posted?
like I think it was like February or March 2021, which is doesn't seem like it's 2 years ago, but it is now, and that's pretty.
Yeah, it's been quite a journey, the Chai Guys. But I'm
Yeah,
glad we're back after we started in 2019. We had kind of a roller coaster of the podcast with COVID happening,
yeah.
and then we stopped doing the podcast, and then what did we end up doing, Peter?
Reactions, yeah, and then we stopped doing reactions
Yeah.
and went on our hiatus.
Yeah, so we didn't post at all.
Now we're
Um,
here.
yeah, but recently, Peter and I have been talking, and didn't you? I think like November or December, and
Yeah.
we kind of just after just like catching up through like FaceTime and like gaming and stuff and like Discord, um, talks about the Chai Guys coming back. We kept talking about
Dude,
it and how much we loved it, and how much we loved doing the podcast. We're sick of reactions, like.
yeah, no, yeah. I to each their own. It just wasn't for us. It just wasn't for us.
No, like it just didn't feel like good content to put out there. But it's yeah, this feels really nice just to have you know catching up with a really good friend every
Two Chai
week.
guys.
Yeah, and you can't have the
Dude,
Chai Guys with their cafe drinks.
what a segue. What a
Yeah,
segue.
so
Wait, what do you have? Oh, wait.
yes,
If I guess, I'm gonna feel so proud.
I had the chug. Oh no,
Uh, Vanilla cold brew with sweet cream on top.
no.
Fuck.
But you got the
That's,
cold brew right.
oh, okay. I'll go
Yeah,
with
yeah.
that.
This is
I'll go
actually
with that.
one of their newest drinks. It's the pistachio cream cold brew, and it has oat milk in it. And this is actually my second time having it, and it's been pretty good. I really like it.
Dude, I saw it on the menu today while I was ordering, and I was like, I wonder how that is. Like, I'm not a super fan of pistachio, but I like them.
Yeah, I like pistachio. I like
I'll
pistachio
eat
ice
it.
cream. Like I don't know why.
Pistachio ice cream's bomb.
Yeah, I the first time I've heard about pistachio ice cream was like when I was a wee child watching like SpongeBob.
Wee
Dude,
boy.
yeah, wee boy.
Wait, in SpongeBob, when?
Yeah, remember like there was like some cutscene with like two random fish, like a father and child, and
Oh, I know
like
exactly what you're talking
yeah,
about.
the
Yeah.
father gets the child ice cream, and he was like, "I don't want pistachio," and starts crying. I was like, "Oh, so I guess pistachio has a bad rap."
What an
Uh,
ungrateful kid.
yeah. What did you get, Peter? Oh, wait, let me
I
guess.
got
Let me guess. I know it's
yeah,
ice
yeah.
because I saw a glimpse. I know it's a venti.
Nice. Nice.
'Cause I can
Well
see it.
done.
Um, so it's, I'm just gonna guess just a nitro cold brew with almond milk.
Mm. No, dude, I honestly I'm a big nitro cold brew guy. You showed me nitro cold brews actually,
Hmm.
but it's just a classic caramel macchiato.
Oh wow, is that like
Dude,
a go-to?
also, yeah, that's like I haven't had one in a while to be honest with you. I've been really sticking to cold brews, but I was feeling nostalgic because the chai guys are back, and I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll grab an old favorite. But dude, also apparently they only make nitro cold brew in grande, and I
Oh
don't like
yeah,
that.
yeah. You sometimes like some locations you have to ask like you can get it into a venti, but the
You have to
put it into a
ask.
venti cup, put the grande amount in it, and just shove a bunch of
Ah,
ice in it. So like
that's
you're paying for more
that's not
ice.
fair. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
not fair.
I know it's so stupid.
Dude, I was dying to say this before we got on, but I wanted to
Hmm.
save it for this so that the world knows. Those rings are fire, and I love them.
Oh, my rings?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, thank you. Oh
They like
man.
came. You like did this when we were setting up, and I was like, I'm not gonna
Oh
say it
man.
yet.
Yeah. So I recently started wearing wings. Like I gotta say, like last fall or something. I got like my mom and dad actually got me a graduation ring, which I don't wear because first of all, it still needs to be fitted, and second of all, I don't want to
Fair.
lose that thing. It actually matches my necklace. It's like silver and gold. And then
Dude,
yeah, I've been getting rings. Like I got one in Maine. I got a bunch in LA when I visited my friend and old roommate
yeah.
Wyatt. And yeah, I just like I have like a nice rotation. Yeah.
Dude, I've been trying to look into getting some rings. I'm a big fan of just the way they look and like just having something on that like fiddle with.
Yeah. Yeah. The Chai guys are love jewelry. And I,
We're getting into
so
fashion.
we didn't plan this, but like when we got on camera just to do our test run, we were both wearing like some sort of like coat, and we got our chains with the cross on
Just
it.
out, dude.
Yeah, I got a
Dude,
gold
I was
chain on.
thinking I was gonna text you like, "What are you wearing?" And then I was like, "Well, not like that," but I do text you that sometimes. Uh, but I was like,
Oh
"Let
my
me
god!
wait."
I almost spit my drink.
I was like,
Sorry.
"Let me wait for like." I have a feeling that we're gonna be wearing something similar just by chance, and
Yeah,
look at that. Look at
yeah,
us.
but we look
Would have thought.
fresh. Yeah, I try
But
really
yeah,
hard to look good in camera. Sorry for all you listening on Spotify. Well, we hope you're listening on Spotify. We're still a small
yeah.
audience.
Jerry doesn't have to try to look good. He always looks good,
Oh, thank you, dude.
and that's just the truth.
Same to you.
Oh, dude, this is. I can't believe we're back. I'm so happy to be back.
I know. Sorry for talking a little bit fast. We're just really excited, but it's just so
Yeah,
back.
we're.
It's so good to be back on the podcast. I guess like segue we could do is just like for the new audience, for the new listeners out there, maybe we should reintroduce ourselves. Not a full
Yeah, yeah.
reintroduction, but just like tell the audience like where we're at in life, and this will be a good update for those longtime listeners, the
Yes.
few hundred of you.
Yeah, I just
Or
want to say really quick to those long time, to those fans, whoever is still here listening, we've missed you. I hope you know that we don't forget about you. We actually like talk every time we talk. We'll be I wonder how they're doing. I wonder if they miss us.
yeah.
Um,
And the
so I
audience that
hope you're
we
doing
we
well.
gain through our reactions, like we've seen your comments on YouTube, like yeah,
Yeah,
we miss you guys. We miss like
I
interacting with you.
I hope that even though we're not doing reactions, also you just stick around to listen to the podcast.
Yeah, it's still
I
gonna
think
be
you'll
fun
like it.
content. Yeah,
We'll still talk about pop culture because we just watch so much stuff and listen to stuff.
yeah, it'll come up in
We'll
conversation.
dabble.
So Peter, like, where you are? Where?
Yeah.
So I can't talk. Where are you in life right now?
So I'm Peter, first of all. I'm from New Jersey, little old town. Um I'm still in New Jersey. I'm in grad school now. Was I Dude, I'm trying to think of where I was when we were doing reactions.
You were
I
in
don't think I was in grad
Boston.
school yet.
You're in
Yeah, I was in
Boston.
Boston. I wasn't in grad school yet. I'm in grad school now. I'm studying computer engineering at NYU. Almost done. I graduated in May, and it's going pretty well. I've got a semester left. I am. That's basically all I'm doing. Gonna search for an apartment soon, and yeah, just watching movies, watching TV,
That's news to
working
me.
out. Yeah.
What?
Oh, dude, soon. Yeah, like
What?
I wanna like once I like secure a job, I wanna just
Oh
skedaddle
man.
over to New York City and be in my main character moment. That's what I want. That's what I want.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome to
Yeah.
hear.
Thanks, man. How
Um,
about you?
I'll do mine quickly. Well, as you know, me and Peter graduated from Stonewall College 2020. Well, we didn't actually graduate because we never got an in-person graduation.
That's true.
That's some tea right there.
We're
Uh,
still there, actually, Stonehill.
yeah, but yeah, lived with my family in Phoenix, Arizona area, and then I actually recently moved out into my own apartment last November. No, last October. So living in the Phoenix area, and I'm also a full-time software engineer by day, and outside
That
of
man.
work, we're doing the Chai Guys, and I'm also doing a lot of like product video work with clients and brands. So yeah, that's where I'm at. You'll learn more about us through more
Yeah, as we
conversation.
go.
Yeah.
Don't you didn't hear it from me, but Jerry, this one works a lot better. This part of it works a lot better if you're listening on Spotify because everybody's just looking at me right now if you're watching. But you didn't hear it from me, but Jerry fights crime at night. He's a software developer by day. That's what he was gonna say. And by night, he roams the streets of Arizona.
Oh yeah.
He is vengeance.
kicking ass.
Eating ass.
So
Eating ass and taking names.
yeah, that's what I was going for. What was is that from like a Instagram reel or TikTok?
Yes, kicking ass and taking names, or eating ass and taking names.
No, and there was like a funny like video. I was trying to like pull that off. Video of like a grandma like saying some lines or something, and she keeps like
Oh,
messing
oh.
them up. I think you sent me a video of it.
No, I think it's from an Instagram reel or like a
Yeah,
TikTok, which they're kind of the same thing, I guess.
yeah.
Dude, that was beautiful. Um, I was gonna tell you something, and I'm trying to remember it in my head, but oh, I was thinking about this is very random, but I need to tell you. I just want to. Have you ever looked at a traffic light when it's like really windy, and then you really like grasp how fucking big those things are? And like if it fell down, how much damage it would do? Because I was driving back from getting the coffee, and dude, there was one like not like right above me, but right above another car,
Yeah.
and those things are like ginormous, dude. And it was like swinging, and I was thinking like if that falls, like they're dead, they're gone, like that person, it's over. That thing is ginormous.
I guess like yeah, I know I haven't really noticed that because usually they're so high, you don't have a comparable like reference to
Yeah,
compare the size to. But so what was it like low hanging fruit or
low
what?
hanging fruit. Yeah, dude, and it was like it was quite large. I just didn't notice it like until now. It's like you said, they're usually so high up or far away that they look small, and like I feel like your brain imagines it to be small,
Yeah. I mean, they'd have to
but
be
they're
big
not.
because everybody needs to see them. So
I just wanted to go ahead and say that because I was thinking about it.
no, this is a podcast meant for tangents. First of all, I have to like. There's some tea with Starbucks.
Oh,
What if
oh,
so like I'm a pretty considerate person. Like when I go out to eat or like have a few drinks, I'll leave a tip. But
mm.
what if they start putting the electronic thing and
Dude,
asking for a tip?
I was talking about this with somebody yesterday because I went to the mall and I got food like not takeout, like it was just like no delivery or anything. They prepared it there, and then they flipped the thing over for a tip, and I
And
was like, "What am I tipping you for?"
they hold it and they're just waiting
Yeah,
for you. It's so
and they're
awkward.
looking at you, and you're like, "Well, now I feel like I'm a bad person if I don't tip."
Yeah, it's
But
always a
then like
predicament.
we're tipping for like at that point we're tipping for everything.
Yeah, it's insane. Well, like me and Peter are both nice people. Like we're happy to tip in
Yeah, yeah, of
obviously the
course.
appropriate situations, but when you like hold it in front of us and like you're making us feel like a bad person. I know we have all the right to just say no
Yeah.
tip, walk away. But for some reason, like that awkward feeling and me feeling a piece of shit for like a few seconds, I don't want to feel that. And I want to, you know,
Yeah, no, I
here's
get
here's
it.
a dollar. I paid $6.66 for this coffee, dude.
I cannot bring myself until I did it for the first time. I was actually pretty proud of myself. I pressed no tip yesterday for the first time. I like usually can't bring myself not to tip because I just feel too bad. Like I just feel
Yeah.
like, oh man, they're gonna judge me. But like I one time I went to like get a bagel. The guy like was like, "What do you want?" I was like, "Everything bagel with cream cheese." Grabbed the bagel, put cream cheese on it, put it in a bag, gave it to me, and then flipped the thing over. And I was like, "What am I tipping for?" Like
Yeah.
I'm happy to help, but
Yeah.
like 15%, like
Yeah.
no,
What
can't
surprised
do
me,
that.
so this happened, so I went to the Starbucks last week to get the same exact coffee, and I got in person, and that happened to me. So I was like, okay. And I pressed no tip that time, and I felt so shitty, even though I have no reason to feel
Yeah,
shitty.
yeah,
And then this
100%. I
time
get
when I
it.
grabbed this coffee, I was like, okay, I know the loophole. I'll go through the drive-through, because you know the drive-through, they just take your cards,
You're a
swipe it.
genius.
Yeah. So I went to pay, and then out his arm comes out the window, and he shows me the machine thing again, the electronic
No, that's
payment.
crazy, actually.
And he's like, and if you would like to leave a tip, I'm like, sure. I smile, and then I grab my coffee and frown. I was like, what did I just do?
He got you good. He got you good.
I know.
And it's like, and then like at the end of the day, like I don't feel like if it's like something like a coffee, like it's like $1 or something. Like it's nothing
Yeah.
crazy, obviously, and like you're helping somebody out, but like it just like is it's like just wild to me that that's like a thing now. That like it's like everything. Because I remember like when we were younger, it used to just be like delivery,
Hmm.
or like if you were out at a restaurant, obviously. But
That's everything,
I
dude.
feel like it's every single thing now.
Yeah.
Pretty wild. But I mean, make your bag. I'm not gonna judge you. Do you?
It doesn't help that Starbucks prices go up in price as the years go. Like I have a friend who works at Starbucks, and he tells me like, yeah, the prices like are always constantly going up. Like every time they release like a new, like every season or like every new
Yeah.
drink, it's crazy. And yeah, I guess they're, I guess yeah, I don't know.
I
Well,
this might be controversial to some of our listeners, but I think Starbucks is better than Dunkin'. Just me, like coffee quality wise, or at least I like the taste better. But Dunkin' is a way better deal.
oh yes, yes,
Always. You get like a large at Dunkin' for the price of a medium
yeah,
or a grande at Starbucks.
hmm
So
yeah.
props to Dunkin' for that. But I
I'm
wish
like
it was flipped.
I like going to Dunkin' for the prices, and
Hmm.
I'm not too picky with coffee, like taste wise. But there's some stuff I'd like. Starbucks, I guess their menu looks really good, and like
Yeah.
they have like really like unique flavors and stuff. I know Dunkin' has it, but I just
Yeah,
um,
yeah, I know what you mean.
you know what I mean. If I'm going for like a if I need energy, if I need an iced coffee, I'm just going to Dunkin', $3 or $4, whatever. But I do what I like more about Starbucks and Dunkin' is like the ambiance. You know,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
like if I want to go work because I work from home, and if I just want to get out of the house and like work somewhere else, I'll go to Starbucks, like grab a coffee for like $5+. I don't care, and like work there because they have Wi-Fi and like
Yeah.
plugs.
I feel like Starbucks is like the luxury. Like it's like if you really want to sit down, take your time, sip your coffee, like
Hmm.
really savor the taste. You're drinking wine, you go to Starbucks. But if you're just like on the go, like you said, like just need a nice coffee, need a quick boost of energy,
Hmm.
just grab your Dunkin', go in there,
Dunkin',
have a good day.
yeah, I'll tip Dunkin', not
Yeah, I'll
Starbucks.
tip Dunkin' all day. I'll tip them
Yeah,
every day.
because they don't ask me for a tip.
Yeah, exactly. They don't expect it. They're just like it's a lot.
Yeah,
It's like nice, and you're like, yeah, you know what? I will give you a tip.
yeah, they just
Thanks.
yeah do the job. And
It also brings me back to Stonehill because we had that Dunkin' on campus.
oh man, yeah, that line at Stonehill at the Science Center, like on campus, like I remember I always like wake up really early before my class to get in line and grab a Dunkin'. And I would see Peter in line too sometimes, because
Yeah,
he'd either be in line or like in the atrium.
the atrium,
Yeah. Oh man, I love that. I haven't said that word in so long.
dude. I know
Atrium.
roaming around the atrium.
Yeah, for like a good study spot. Yeah, that always curved because it was like right near the entrance. So if the line got too long, it was
Yeah,
like curve around like near the staircase, which was crazy. Good memes. Yeah, that Duncan is why I always ran out of meal plan money. I've always run
yeah.
out of meal plan money. The only time I didn't run out, Peter, was spring 2020 because COVID cut off our year and I couldn't spend it because we were kicked off campus because of COVID.
Did we get? I'm like not sure, but did we get that meal plan money back? I don't remember. We
I
did,
think
right?
so. Yeah, yeah, we did. I mean, we
Dude, that
better
was
have.
crazy. I can't believe that like is a thing that we lived through.
But how's your week been, man?
Glad you asked. I was gonna ask you the same. It's been good, dude. I just moved all my stuff down here, and for everybody on Spotify, here is a new location that you've never seen. It's my older brother's old room in my parents' house basement, if that makes sense. And we like redid it, redid the floors, cleaned it up, painted the walls,
Looks good.
brought my bed from thank you, brought my bed back from Boston, Massachusetts,
Your old apartment.
down. Yeah, the old apartment, the old stomping grounds. And then when Jerry and I like decided to start it up again, bought a bunch of like a new light, stand for my camera,
Bunch of wires.
bunch of wires. It's like so many wires. Like three of them we didn't even need, but I have them now. Yeah.
True, yeah.
Um, and yeah, it's a work in progress still. I have nothing here, but I've basically spent most of the week like building the desk, moving the stuff down. I brought my record player down. It's off camera. Um, yeah, dude. And then like played some basketball. Always a good time.
Oh, nice, nice.
I was feeling it this week, Jerry. You would have been proud of me.
Yeah.
Hit a couple game winners
Oh man,
just for you.
Peter actually did hit a game winner in college in an intramural game. It was a heated intramural game.
Dude,
So many fouls that weren't being called. It got like me and Peter are usually very considerate and
easy
calm
going.
people, easygoing, but we were pissed in this game. We were down by like 10, and we came back, and I brought the ball up the court with like 10 seconds left, and we were just passing it around.
Dude, you're
And
painting a
out,
picture right now, dude.
we're passing around final possession, and I got past the ball, top of the 3 point line, and I was gonna shoot, but I wasn't open, so I just chucked it at Peter, and Peter shot it from the corner and bang three. I think we won like 51-48.
Dude, that game was so like I never thought that I'd get heated during like intramural basketball.
Yeah,
But like that, I don't know what was going on that day. That like there was no foul calls. They were getting chippy. We were getting chippy.
yeah. It was a fault for everybody. The ref and
Mhm.
both teams. Like that was just like a terrible game overall. Like
Yeah,
sportsmanship wise, terrible game.
so bad. Everybody, I think like got. I think like one person got frustrated, and then they just
Yeah.
kind of started spreading. And then at the end, like we were just all like, it was like a no handshake after the game type game. But then
Hmm.
like you like go
Yeah.
home and you're like that was dumb, and you
Yeah.
get
We had
over it.
friends on that team too.
Yeah, and then you're like, what are we doing?
Yeah, oh god, like oh, this is intramural basketball. That's one thing I do miss about college is just
Yeah.
sports and like club sports, intramural sports. And I'm glad you've been playing basketball. I've actually this past week I actually got back into open gym adult volleyball. So I played like since last summer, like every week, sometimes twice a week. My knees hate me, by the way, because I have like patellar tendonitis, but I still keep playing through it because jumping's fun. I love jumping
Dude,
sports.
it's a good time. And like you'll pay for it when you're 50, but like you'll enjoy it now.
Yeah, like not only do I miss it sports wise, but it's like one thing about like being outside of college is like meeting like people, like adults, and just like putting yourself out there. Yeah, like most of my team couldn't make it, so it was just me and my friend that were still around to play volleyball. So we were like, okay, we have no team. We need four more people. We just showed up, made a team, and we actually like won a few games, and it was
Dude,
really
that's
fun.
such a good feeling though, like when you do, because like it's so hard, I think. Like underratedly, nobody talks about it. Like when you're talking to people out of college, like no one talks about, I think, like how hard, at least to me, like how hard it was to go out and like create a new social life outside of the one you already had.
Hmm.
But it's so rewarding when you like leave your comfort zone
Yeah.
and then it like works out and you realize other people are thinking the exact same as you and they are like nervous to meet new people and then everybody like kind of gets along and it works out.
Hmm.
Especially sports, I think it's very easy because it's like a teamwork kind of thing.
It is like you gotta you put your trust in there, and it's so easy to make conversation. What I
Yeah.
think is hard is like socializing, like going out, like having drinks and stuff. For some reason, I
Yeah.
always find it hard talking to strangers, even though it's supposed to be a social like gathering. Like if I'm going out to bars and stuff, I always find it hard to just talk to strangers and stuff, like in the same vicinity. I've done
Yeah,
it a few
I get that.
times, but it's still awkward.
I did it last Friday, last so like a week ago. Today, I one of my friends, like his uncle owns a bunch of bars in the city, and he was having like a grand opening, a grand reopening for one of them. So he invited us, and I like don't go out too often, so I was like, oh, like I'm kind of nervous to like go like mingle and like see how it goes. Um, but I think like I'm not a big drinker, but like I think a pro, obviously for all the cons that it like does have.
Yeah,
I think a pro of like a bar setting for going out is that if everybody's like a little tipsy, everybody's a little more open to socializing,
yeah.
and like your walls are kind of down. I feel like, and you're more open to just like dancing and just like being yourself. And it was like really nice. Everybody was like having a good time, and it wasn't. I think like I hyped it up in my head of being like this really scary thing, and then I was like talking to people, or people were coming and making conversation with like me and my group of friends, and it was very nice. I actually got hit on for the first time by a dude, which is an interesting experience.
Oh, nice.
Honestly, I was really flattered. Actually, like I was like, wow, this has never happened to me before, and thank you, like
Yeah.
thank you for noticing me.
Being
He
hit
called me
on.
daddy, actually.
Are you serious?
He called me daddy. Like that was the third word he said to me. Oh, second. He was like, "Hey, daddy,"
Oh my
and I
God.
was like, "Wow! Like, how forward? Like, what an opener!"
Oh my
Like,
God.
I was like, "Wow! Thank you, son. I
Right.
really appreciate
Any
that."
type of uh, like, someone hitting on you, like, whatever it is, it just boosts your self-esteem, you know?
Confidence, dude, way up.
Yeah.
And then we just like, I was like, I'm not interested in that way, but like, we just started talking just normally and had a great conversation. Really nice guy.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Did he keep hitting on you?
No, wait. How? Here's my question: how explicit are we getting on this podcast? Because the rest of the story gets a little wild.
Oh yeah, this is
This is
we marked this on YouTube as explicit, not for children.
perfect. So he like I think he realized like I wasn't interested. So
Hmm.
then he turns like a little bit, sees my friend. You know, classically good looking dude. My friend Jake. Shout out to him. And he's like, "Oh my God, like he's really handsome too." And I was like, "Oh yeah, like he's a good looking guy." And then I don't know why I did that because I honestly I know that he one is straight and two has a girlfriend, so nothing was gonna happen there.
Yeah.
But I wasn't thinking, and so he went over there. But then I didn't like. I thought he was just gonna be like, "Hey, like, how are you? Very handsome." But he like almost immediately just went into like, "Listen, I'll give you $200 if you go to the bathroom with me right now and let me blow you."
Oh
And I
my
was like,
God.
"Wow!" I was like, "Whoa!" Like, and Jake was like, "Oh my God! Like, that's a great offer. Like you make a mean offer, but I can't do that. Like, I don't think my girlfriend would be thrilled with me if I did that." But like, one terrible negotiation. Like, why would you start at $200? I like
Yeah.
that's a lot. That's good money,
Yeah, it's not enough.
and you don't have to do anything. No, I do it for one. I was like, dude, like, why did you didn't lead with that for me? Like, you just what the heck? And then they were like talking, and then the three of us were just all talking, and then he proceeded to hit on every single one of my friends in order. Like there was five of us, and he hit
Damn.
on like four of us. Just one was just bobbing around somewhere, and I was like, wow, like thorough, well done.
The heck?
Yeah, and I wish that we could have helped him more. Like I wish that one of us was bi or gay and would have been like sure, but
Yeah.
unfortunately for him, he went to an all straight friend group.
Damn.
But yeah, it was quite the experience. I
Interesting
was like,
story,
wow,
dude. What the
what a
heck?
guy. Yeah, like I also really respect that he like fully put himself out there
Oh yeah, yeah. Not a lot of people
and
have
was
that
just
kind of
like,
confidence.
and he was like, I'm
Yeah.
probably never gonna see these people again. Like, who really cares?
Yeah.
But yeah, it was. Thanks for listening.
The thing is, like, I have okay, so I have like not like trust. Yeah, I guess I have trust issues, but just meeting strangers out and about, like you have no idea like who someone is, what their background is,
That's true.
and that's part of the stress of being an adult and not being in a college bubble. You
Yeah,
kind of have to use like your gut and your gut instincts and just like if it feels right, if you feel safe, like, oh, he could be a good potential friend, maybe a potential partner,
yeah.
he or she. Um, yeah, I have the same I have like the same mindset like when making new friends, or if I'm like on like pursuing like a girl or something, or
It takes a
relationship.
lot of trust. I feel like I definitely agree with you. Like it, because like I feel like it really is like the term putting yourself out there. Like you
Yeah,
really are putting yourself out there, and like yeah, like, you don't know. You have I think like in college you can reference off other people.
yeah, you can be
Like
like,
if I
oh,
meet someone, I'd be like Jerry. Like, do you know this person?
yeah. And Pierre and I went to like a small private
Yeah,
college, 2,800 students max. So we're probably like, and Pierre and I were also very involved in college, and we're peer mentors. or orientation leaders. Um,
Represent.
so like we had like 6 degrees of like separation with
Yeah,
is
yeah,
that the right term? Am I using that right?
yeah, yeah. No, I know. Yeah, we say like, yeah, it is. I know. I know exactly what you mean. With like
Yeah.
everyone though, like 6 degrees separation with everybody.
Yeah, so like trusting people, like, no, you know you're a good person, like
Yeah.
very friendly, but it's the real world's scary. So if you're in your like early 20s, you just graduated, or maybe in your late 20s, um, we feel you. And
Yeah, yeah.
what I recommend is, yeah, I think sports is a really good option. Find like an open adult like league, whatever sport you play, because you like as Peter said, you have like the trust factor. When you play once together, have a good time, trust each other, win or lose a couple of games, you have that trust. And then when you're taking a break on the sideline, you can just like talk about your life and stuff.
Yep.
And that actually that like the initial trust, just like putting yourself out there first, playing a sport, that does a lot. It like makes a lot of ground.
Yeah, 100%. I also I think like that goes to an extent for like gaming. Like if you're not into sports and you're into like gaming or like Dungeons and Dragons, which is very like team based, very
Oh
trust
yeah, yeah.
based. Like you're doing a campaign together. Like with gaming, it can be tougher because you're not in person usually, but like you can meet obviously online and then it can get to in person. But like it's just like the anything that involves like a group of people working towards a common goal is so good for social, like meeting new people. I think like an escape room,
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, I did one with
like
my
problem solving.
I did one with my so like my new the friends I met. So I have like five like really close friends I met through volleyball. We actually made a team last year, so we showed up like once or twice a week, as I mentioned earlier, and a bunch of them like are traveling or studying abroad or on service trips. But yeah, like we played volleyball, we bonded together, like doing like escape rooms. We did a couple like day trips here and there. So it's been really nice. And
Dude, that's so nice.
yeah, what was hard was for me personally, and you can tell me how you feel, Peter. But not only was it hard for us, the COVID. Like I
Mm,
was in a new city, so when I moved back with my family in Phoenix, I actually didn't stay. I've never stayed in Phoenix for a long time during
mm.
college. So it's a new city. We couldn't go out or do anything. So it was just like stuck in my room, like doing a lot of gaming and like eating junk food. And then yeah, so that having that 1 year of like not socializing and like making new friends kind of put me in an awkward situation because like, and of course I think you can relate to like I haven't done this in
Yeah,
a while, so
100%.
like putting myself out there is just so much harder.
Dude, I feel exactly the same way. I also like we were talking about this I think maybe like a couple days ago when we were finalizing everything for today, but we were talking about how like I was never very extroverted high school, any time before high school, anytime before college. And then like when we did like peer mentor, the orientation leader thing, that kind of got me out of my shell and like later college. And then COVID hit and basically reset all of that because like now I was home for a year. Like you can't really see anybody in person. And then it was like I felt like I was back in like a shell and I was just kind of like watching TV, dude, eating so much junk food. Like you saying
Oh
that hit so hard. I genuinely think like I probably gained I was thinking about this yesterday. I probably gained like 30 to 40 pounds during the first lockdown. Like so much more weight than I thought, but you just don't notice it because you're just home all day every day.
yeah, it's the stress and
Um
anxiety.
Dude, and you can't go to the gym. Like the first lockdown, the gyms were
Oh,
all closed.
and
And so I was like,
what
yeah.
like was one thing that we did kind of as like a stress reliever, and these were good memories like COVID times. But Peter and I would literally game with like a bunch of our like with your cousin, my brother, and a bunch of our friends. We'd just like grab like some beer, hop
Yeah.
on like some party game, whether it was like GTA, Fall Guys, Among Us, and like that would be like a weekly thing. And that was so like stress relieving, but at the same time so bad for our health.
The first like the first I remember the first time we did it, dude, it was like such a nice feeling of like socializing. And I was like, man. And then it became like a like I need to do this like for my sanity. And just
Oh
we
man,
would like down I went down like 5, 6 seltzers because we would play for hours, dude.
I know. And
And
we
like
got
just
so giggly, and like
yes.
when we're laughing at like every single like moment while gaming, it's just the best feeling like you can have. Um, yeah, I don't take back those memories and those experiences
Oh
because
no, me neither.
those are the ones that got me through COVID, and I think I would have been like a really bad place like if I, didn't have. I'm like really grateful that I'm still connecting with you, and like we
Yeah,
catch
dude,
up like every
same.
week. Like West Coast, East Coast, like managing that and like
Yeah.
managing the chai guides. It's like it's not an easy task, but Peter and I like always find a way to like catch up.
Dude, yeah. I was just when we were talking about like how like we when we first had the idea to come to do this again, it had been like that after like that like we text and we're like in a group chat together,
Mhm.
but we had I have to burp and I don't want it to come out, but it's like I don't know when it's
Oh,
coming.
feel free to mute yourself, like
um,
real quick, dude. Don't worry.
um when we like FaceTimed the first time back, like in like October, like we hadn't FaceTimed in like a while. Like it had been a bit. And it was like you don't notice like how much you missed it until like we got back on and it was like, oh my God, like and we caught up for like 2 hours. Like we were just talking about everything. And it was
Yeah,
so nice.
yeah.
And it's like you need relationships like that, I think, in your life or like especially during COVID.
Hmm.
Or like you just would I would definitely not be in a good place if I didn't have like a great group of friends, including you, like to talk to and keep in touch with. Especially the gaming.
I know we haven't actually gamed in a while, but we gotta
I
get back
know.
then soon. Maybe we should try streaming or something. I don't know. That'd be kind of fun.
Dude, I have that cam link thing now.
Oh
I
man, we can
dude,
stream.
I have the core memory I have in G is us playing GTA 5 online. Not even like think about like all the just chicanerous things you can do in GTA 5. Like
Yeah.
it is just you can do the worst things. And we were just it was like 5 of us, dude. And well, one of the things we did was like the heist where we like couldn't do it. We were laughing our
Yeah.
asses off. But I just remember like out of all the things we could have been doing, it was just us five watching virtual horse racing
Oh
and betting
yeah.
in a virtual casino, like sitting in our rooms, like and then sitting in the game and being like,
Uh,
"Nah, I got money on number three," and I was like, "This is so dumb, but in the best way."
no, it doesn't matter what we're doing as long as you're with friends, like either in
Exactly.
person or virtually. Oh, that was so fun. I remember
Yeah, that
this
was a
one of the most hilarious moments while playing GTA. So me and Peter, his cousin, my brother, we were doing a heist, right? And like we were in part of this heist where we were disguised as garbage workers, and all we had to do was drive from point A to B. No, no
simple.
problem. That's all we had to do. Just follow traffic. But we somehow ended up crashing into a gas station, and we had to restart the whole mission over again.
We literally it took us like 15 tries to do the simplest objective. And that was like number 7. And I just
Yeah,
remember like we were like, all right, this is the one, dude. And we blew ourselves
I
up.
know. It was so funny though, because like every time in the voice chat and Discord, we'd hear like, "Oh no, oh no!" Like some of us was dying and like ended the mission. So, yeah, to all you who play GTA out there, like it's a struggle. It's a fun
You get
struggle
it.
because
It's
yeah.
just fun. Gaming with friends, it is like it's such a good time. It just I think the pandemic really made me appreciate how fun things are with other people. Like there's always like you don't need other people to have fun, but
Hmm.
like just having like a great experience to me, I think will always be better with another person
Hmm. That's
or other
why
people.
I've been trying to catch up on like my gaming backlog because my gaming backlog is kind of huge on Steam. But yeah, I recently finished like Guardians of the Galaxy, the
Mm.
video game on PC. That was an awesome game. But now when I try play like games like Overwatch or like Halo or like online games or whatever, I get so bored because it's just better with friends. So I try to
Yeah.
leave most of my gaming per week with friends because it's just so much better. You get to socialize and game. So
Yeah. 100%. Dude. And like even from like a practical standpoint, like like when we play Rocket League, dude, like we
Yeah.
have that the chemistry and the communication, and it's just more fun. So like there's no downsides. I feel like.
Yeah. Peter is a what you call a god in Rocket League, by the way. He's
Wow,
insane.
wow,
I
that's
yeah, I'm just
high
there
praise.
just to, defend and bop the ball here and there, but Peter carries.
Jerry's selling himself very short
Yeah. Well,
because Jerry also just started, dude, and you're like really good already.
thank you. I'm like decent, but Peter gave me some really good tips, and I would not be where I am today in Rocket League without him. It's been a
I'm
while,
honored.
so I need to get back into it.
I'm honored, dude. I tried playing the other night and I was like very rusty.
Yeah.
Mm. Um, have you seen any good movies or TV lately that you would like to discuss? Bring it to the world,
Oh,
even.
let's see. So if you don't know, I'm pretty picky with TV shows because as an adult, I have like limited time to like watch stuff. So I am really picky. I don't always watch the most popular shows out there, but what I do really invest a good amount of my time is anime, and some anime
Mm.
that I've watched the past several months that has been so entertaining. I haven't binged anime in a while, but I've been doing it. Vinland Saga, this nice
Yeah.
Norse setting anime. It's really good. I've been watching My Hero Academia, Spy Family, and
I've seen that. I've heard of that.
it's really good. It's such like a nice slice of life anime with some action here and there. But then also Chainsaw Man. That one's like really good, really popular. And
Dude, yeah.
oh, and
You were saying that.
sorry, I interrupted you. I
No,
guess the
no,
last one
no.
was I actually just finished watching Hawkeye like a couple of weeks ago, and that was good. Like, yeah,
Dude, I had a feeling you'd like Hawkeye. Like I remember when I first saw it.
hmm
Also, it's kind of perfect that like you waited, but you waited like kind of the perfect amount of time that you still saw it close to the holidays, which I feel like is the best time to
yeah.
watch that show.
I finished it on Christmas Eve.
Dude, like, and
It
it's
was
like
perfect
such a
time.
Christmas show.
It got me in like the mood for like yeah. I guess
Yeah,
when I was watching, I was kind of done. I guess I was uh like drunk off like Marvel. I couldn't take any more that year.
yeah,
Because when it came out, I was like, oh my God, like Pierre and I just got done reacting to a bunch of Marvel shows. A ton of Marvel movies came out, and I was like, I'm done with like this
yeah,
Marvel storytelling. And I didn't give Hawkeye a chance. It's a really good story. I watched like an episode and a half, but I was just sick of it.
yeah, yeah.
But I finished it.
Dude, I mean, everybody who has listened to any of our like either our podcast or our reactions, and you, Jerry, know how much I love Marvel, but even I had Marvel fatigue. Like I want to say like earlier this year, it's just too much. Like it was just too much stuff coming out. And now it's like shows and movies.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is too much for me. And I had to like take a step back and I wasn't gonna watch Miss Marvel right away. Cause I was like, oh, this is like my time. I'll take a break. I'll wait till it's over and like binge it. And then I saw like someone like a bunch of people I follow on Twitter that like are very in like the movie and critic and TV business. They were like, it's so good. And then I watched it and I loved it. Like I absolutely adored it. And I was like, well, I'm glad I saw it. But I definitely think that Marvel fatigue is like a thing that exists. Even for the biggest fans now. There's just so much content.
Yeah. I think we talked about this a couple of times though, where like TV shows and movies are kind of like comics now, where you don't have to read everything, and there's moments where heroes meet up and like there's a new story that involves like Civil War in the comics and how it
Yeah.
was adapted in the movies. But now like I think you can just pick and choose like what you like to watch, and if you don't like a show, like skip it.
I love that too. Like a lot of people like a criticism they have of Marvel's like there's too much stuff to watch now to catch up.
Yeah.
And it's like not really. Like you don't have to watch everything. Like you could, but even like before, if you watched like if you watched like Avengers 1, Avengers 2, Guardians 1 and 2, Civil War, you're in pretty good shape. And like the origin stories, you're in good shape for Infinity War and Endgame.
Yeah,
Like you don't have to watch everything.
yeah.
And then now definitely you really don't. Like do
And it's
you?
always a simple it's a simple Wikipedia search.
Yeah.
What's
Yeah, like if
Marvel's
you
Wikipedia
yeah.
called? Because I know like Star Wars, it's called Wikipedia.
Wikipedia. I actually think it's just a boring Marvel wiki.
Oh,
That's just
gotcha.
they're just like we're not gonna put any effort into this actually.
Hmm.
But it's okay. Um um I what was the one you said that you what the anime that you said that was Norse?
Vinland Saga season 2 actually just came out, and I need to watch that. But it's really good. It's a really good story. It's about this young boy. His name's Thorfinn. I don't want to spoil much, but he is like a child warrior, and there are reasons why he is. Don't want to spoil anything, but it's really good. I also love Norse mythology.
Me too, yeah.
I have this thing where I'll yell Valhalla. Like I was in Disneyland last April and with some friends, and we went on Splash Mountain. And at the top before we dropped, I yelled Valhalla, and there's a sick picture of me with like my hands up, like all wet, and yeah, just a fun.
As you should. Um I have been there for many of Jerry's Valhallas, and I can say that they get better every time. They truly are a cinematic event, and you gotta be there.
I'll say it randomly with good timing, but I also text it in our group chat sometimes. In some cases,
But when you text it, I know we like all know you well enough that we can hear it in your voice, so it's perfect.
yeah,
Like if I read
yeah.
you texting that, I hear you yell it. So like
It's funny
it's
how like
great.
when you're close friends with like people, you can know their voice and just picture
Yeah.
them like speaking something, which is
Like exactly the tone they said everything in.
yeah.
I love that.
We have pretty dry humor. Um, when we're texting or just chatting on FaceTime. Uh, but yeah, Peter and I always like get each other. It's so funny some of the
Yeah.
stuff you sent me.
We have very similar senses of humor, which is great. I think like I love that.
Yeah.
Um yeah, dude, that sounds like a pretty good array of things. You've been
Just
well
making
curated.
time, just making time for TV shows and relaxing. That's one thing I kind of struggle with is not taking a break. First of all, like not
Mm,
taking a break and neglecting catching up with friends and hanging out with family because we're just as adults we're it's I don't know seeing everybody in their lives like moving forward and succeeding.
yeah.
It kind of puts pressure on you where this like hustle mindset where I always have to be working like I work like not 8 hours my software engineer job, but then afterward I'm doing like product video work, and then after that I'll be like scripting and filming YouTube videos, and then we have our Chai Guys podcast,
Yep.
and sometimes I'll just get into I'll feel like a machine and just neglect taking breaks, neglect my health. I'll still fit the gym in there because that's like a mandatory, but
Yeah.
like the social aspect and relaxation, I tend to neglect, and that's
Yeah.
bad. And I always have to like take a step back like every week, just say it's time to relax. Don't put a lot of pressure on yourself, even though it's always hard not to.
Yeah, no, I 100% get that. I feel like but like hustle, what you said, like the hustle mindset, like the hustle culture of like, especially, I mean, not really like especially, but like computer engineering, software engineering, like any like that field is very moving very quickly, and like something's always changing. There's always a development. Everything's always changing. But like just in general, I feel like it is like crazy because there's so many like the positive of having so many resources and so much information and everything at the tip of your fingers is also like brutal because you're expected to do something with it at all times and like always be doing something, and it's like so it's honestly so unhealthy, but it's also really I think something one of the like few positives from the pandemic, that first lockdown, I feel like everybody was able to just take a step back
Mhm.
and like the world is on pause. You're not expected to do anything and just be like, oh, like just kind of like look inward and be like, what am I like? What do I want? Or like what makes me like happy or content and like just chill and like spend time with family and not necessarily friends, but like I feel like it changed a lot of people's priorities, like
Hmm.
post COVID. It's like, yeah, it's very easy to ignore like
The
other
things,
people and
the
yourself.
things you have, and being
Yeah.
grateful for the things you have. Yeah.
Yeah. The hustle culture of like always needing more and always needing to do more is so detrimental. I
Hmm.
feel like just to your health and to society.
Yeah. This is why I have like a weekly. I need to stop saying like I gotta get better. I said
Like,
like so many times. This is why I have a I got I'm saying a lot too. This is why I have a core life crisis like every week.
oh yeah.
It's
Yeah.
yeah, not also like succeeding in your career, but also having a bunch of like side projects. It's also just a bunch of our friends. No, not a bunch of our friends, but people our age are getting married. They're getting into cool careers. They're
Mm.
like buying homes. They're traveling a bunch. There's so many options to do post grad in your early 20s. So many choices, and you have to be the one to choose what the right course of action is for you at the moment in time. And
Yep.
I'm pretty bad with this at sometimes, but just so many choices in front of you and being overwhelmed. Um, it's crazy.
Yeah. I also think to go off of that, it's very easy, and I do this a lot, and we've talked about this. Easy to compare yourself to other people and like perpetually feel like you're behind.
Hmm.
And like you're not like you're really not behind, like there's no one is behind, like everybody's just doing their own thing, but in your head you're like, oh, these people are married or like expecting like a baby, and like we're both single and we're like, oh god. Like,
Yeah,
but you're like, we're also 25, 24. So like it's like you're not behind, but it's easy to feel like you are, or that you should be doing more, or like, yeah, quarter life
hmm,
crises. Is that the plural?
crises,
Or is it just
crisis.
crises?
Oh,
That's
English
definitely
is
not
weird.
crises. It can't be crises. That just sounds awful.
Yeah, crises.
Crises?
Crises, I think is correct, Peter.
I'm gonna go with crises anyway. But
You're the linguist out of us too. I have a tendency to have be like explain something really well, but a word is on like the tip of my tongue, and Peter just knows like what it is.
we have
Um,
the mental connection.
yeah,
The crises. Um, yeah, that's quarter life crisis. Any type of midlife, quarter life, they're just not fun and
it's
they're
real. I didn't
unnecessary.
expect me to have it because going into college, I still remember my mindset going into college when I was a senior in high school. I was thinking, all right, I'm gonna go to college for computer science. I'm gonna blow by those 4 years as fast as possible. I don't care about making friends. Get a degree, get a job, make lots of money, and like make my parents proud. And bam. But I'm glad I didn't do that. I'm glad I socialized, was involved, made a lot of friends, um, and like was involved with a lot of leadership opportunities in college because that really took me out of my shell. But at the same time, when I got the job and I told my parents and I started, that was my main goal in life for the first quarter of my life
Yeah.
lifespan. And like once I fulfilled that, the past 2 or 3 years, I've tried a lot of new things, but that's always in the back of my head. What do I want my life moving forward? It's just so hard
Yeah.
to nail down.
Yeah. The funny thing is too, like I think we had opposite going into college things in that like I went in with no plan. Like I went in like totally disorganized, like very much like I was like I like didn't have the best time in high school in general, but I was also like nervous that I was gonna somehow have a worse time in college because I was like I don't know how this is gonna go. And then I was just like, oh, I guess I'll do engineer, like some sort of mechanical engineering. Then like got to college, it was totally different than what I was expecting. Like way more social. I also went to like an all guys Catholic high school. So like going to a school that was like still private, but like 60% women
Hmm.
and like people from all different places and all different aspects of life was like so like it was like a culture shock. And I was like, oh my God, like I don't know how to handle myself here. Like this is wild. And then um not liking the mechanical engineering program I was in, like I like had no plan. Got out of college and I was like, oh, now I'm like lost. Like now I have no idea what I'm doing with my life. And then you kind of have to like, which I don't think is a very rare, like I don't think that's an uncommon thing. I think a lot of people
Hmm.
feel like that graduating and you have a degree and you're like, I don't really know what to do with this.
Hmm.
And then you're like, well, where do I go from here? And then we ended up in the same spot, like, where do I go from here? But like it's so interesting how also it's so interesting how different of a person you are from senior high school to senior to college to 3 4 years out of college. Like those are in my mind those are three different people for me.
Yeah, uh, it's.
It's wild.
I guess the advice that I always try to tell myself is, and for other people, is just to go at your own pace. And I think what people neglect doing is reflecting on the good stuff that you've done,
Mm,
whether it's been a week or a month or a year, instead of just keeping pushing on forward. Reflection is actually underrated. And when you reflect on things you've done and have, it really it helps out to like
yeah.
mentally and it de-stresses me. So,
Yeah, 100%. I also think like it sounds so simple and so like silly, but sometimes you just need to like take a day. Like a Saturday, a
mhm.
Sunday, and just like just don't do anything, but like don't make plans with other people. Just like be like, let me take this day to chill out, grab a coffee, like a good book maybe, and like think about or where do I reflect and think where do I want to go from here? And like so much stress that I have
Mhm.
goes away on those days, and I'm like, oh, you know what? I actually don't really want to go do this moving forward. I want to pursue this, and it's so simple. You just have to like take a step back and like sit with yourself but you just don't think to do it because everything's like go forward, 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 forward all the time, and like it's like so hectic. It's like very interesting, and I feel like it's a very universal experience.
Yeah, I hope you can relate. For those of you listening, it's
Yeah,
yeah, being in your 20s, it's hard, but just go at your own pace and don't forget to relax and don't compare yourself to others. It's easier said than done, but you just gotta try.
yeah, you gotta do it. I, yeah, I agree with Jerry.
What are
I
your
hope everybody, yeah.
what are some things, some guilty pleasure activities do you do to de-stress? I have some in my mind, but I'm intrigued to
Oh,
what
okay.
you do.
Wait.
Like you have a Saturday or Sunday, no plans at all. It's just you. What are you gonna do?
All right, all right, all right. I was gonna say something. It was like a million inappropriate things to say came to my head all at once. But um, no, realistically though, I probably like I don't like to do it in the way that I like to stay in my bed all comfy and cozy.
Yeah.
But I also love waking up early. I love being up early. I hate waking up early, if that makes sense. Like I
Hmm.
love being up and you're like, oh, the whole day is my little oyster. But
Hmm.
I don't like waking up early because I it sucks, and we all know it. Get up, grab some coffee, preferably a little Starbs,
Hmm.
or if we're getting a little slutty, then I go to a local coffee shop because that's prime.
Yeah. The
Grab
ambiance
that.
is usually like
Yeah,
unique and
dude,
uh,
it's so nice. And
it's
like
usually more
go,
expensive than Starbucks,
yeah.
but it's small businesses, you know?
You exactly. You got to support. Go and order it there so then you have to wait like in there, take in the ambiance,
Hmm.
like just vibes, purely vibes. Grab your coffee, come back home. Now I'm like something I've really been enjoying lately, and I don't know if anyone can relate, but sweatpants, which I used to hate, dude. I found like a good pair. I just realized I didn't have good sweatpants. Find a great comfy pair of sweatpants, a little stylish, very comfy, and then sweatshirt, no shirt underneath.
I do that. Yeah.
Just raw dogging a sweatshirt. Just yeah. And then like sit down, eat a bagel, classic bagel, or just whatever your comfort food for breakfast is. Have that. Watch like an episode of a show while you eat. Um Recently I've been really taking care of my inner child by watching Ben 10. Dude,
Oh, no way.
I
That's still
haven't seen
going
that
on.
show. It is. They rebooted it, which is
Yeah.
crazy. But I'm watching the OG and like just reliving that. But like whatever, do that. Then like I'll spend a little time with my family. Like we'll just like have a nice, like my mom will be in the kitchen like cooking maybe, and like we'll all just be like in the kitchen, bopping around, talking about our days. Then, probably watch a movie. Probably go see a movie. That's like a comfort of mine. Just going to the theater, like at a weird time, so no one
Hmm.
else is there.
Yeah.
That's
I love
nice.
going in the mornings. Oh
Yeah,
man.
dude. Oh my God. Dude, have you ever had coffee and popcorn? Because it shouldn't be good, but it is.
I haven't.
It changed my life.
I actually usually watch movies dehydrated because I don't want to get
Oh,
up.
oh,
I don't want to
cute.
get up and to the bathroom and miss parts.
I
So,
totally get that. But yeah, I like watch a movie, come back home, review it on my letterbox, um, give it little stars. Then like I'll usually like just like do things that I've been neglecting to do that like usually aren't like real responsibilities.
mhm.
Like the fun responsibilities. Like I'll like apartment search even though it's like months away and just like look at
Oh
cool
yeah,
ones. And I'm like, this is kind of like a responsibility. Like I'm like getting to know what neighborhood I like, but like it's fun.
I totally
Um,
feel that.
yeah, and like just doing stuff like that, and then kind of just like getting that kind of like getting like little busy work done, like maybe run an errand or two. But like that, when you like have no responsibilities, that's fun to me,
I know. When you're doing errands and that's all you have for the day, that's like,
dude.
we sound so much like adults
Yes,
now, but
yeah, I know,
I love doing errands without any stress of like work or like side projects. Like
yeah,
I can take my time, um, like in a store and just
dude.
yeah.
Oh, actually, I am gonna amend what I said with running errands. It's kind of like running errands, but go to the movies. From there, I do not go home. I go straight to Barnes and Noble.
Yes.
And then that is where I truly thrive, dude. I like will just sit there. I'll sit there for hours and then like bring my iPad and like do that busy work there and then I'll get up and like just look around and look at books. I'll probably buy like two books that I don't need because I have like 80 books that I haven't read. But I'm gonna do it anyway because buying books and reading books are two very different activities. Um,
Yes.
and then like come home, like I don't know, get into my PJs a little, take a nice shower, get into my PJs a little early, and just
Listen to
like,
music in the shower.
oh, dude, oh, no, put on a
Insane.
concert in the shower.
Oh yeah.
I like will make a set list, and I'll go crazy in there, dude.
Hmm.
I put on a show, let me tell you. I went the other night. I went from A Whole New World from Aladdin, killed it. Then went down to Accidentally in Love from the Shrek 2 soundtrack.
Oh.
Bodied it. Like absolutely bodied that song. Hit every note. And then I'll just go crazy. I'll just freestyle with something crazy. And then yeah, and then like either there's two options. If I'm feeling like my social battery is very low, I'll stay home like maybe like watch something with my parents, but something that I've already seen that I want them to see.
Yeah. Just so you
Because
can
I
see their
love
reaction and also
yeah,
like
dude, I
bop in and
love that.
out, like no pressure for you to stay up the whole time.
Yeah, and it's like nice because I'm not that focused on the movie, so like I can like not like talk, but like kind of like socialize or like answer any questions they might have. And so it's like also like you're spending time with your parents, but you're also watching a movie.
Hmm.
And then if my social battery is like great and fully charged, I'll go to like one of my friends' house and we'll like play Smash Bros for
Hmm.
like 3 hours and just have a grand old time. Um, and then I've been getting into reading lately, so maybe end the night I've been getting back into reading with a nice little couple chapters of a good book. And go to bed, dude. What about you?
Oh, that seems so relaxing. Ah man. Um, let's see. We're gonna overlap a bit.
Yeah, no, I was ready for that.
In not in any order. This is how I start my day. Obviously, like, grabbing coffee. I would either go to Starbucks or Dunks to start my day, and then I'll somehow, and then usually early in the morning, all the fun errands out of the way. Like, ooh, I got some
Mm.
stuff I gotta buy at like Target or Walmart.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
I will walk around Target and Walmart. That's such a delight with like a coffee in hand, shopping cart. Sometimes I'll pop like a AirPod in one ear and just have the time of my life. I'll always browse through the Lego aisle. Yes, before I need to buy the necessities. Might pick up a set or two if I'm
Oh
feeling
my
if I'm
God,
feeling naughty.
you little naughty, you naughty little minx, you.
And then also I love going through the furniture section of Walmart and Target. Like, ooh, this especially owning my own apartment. I mean, not owning,
Dude,
especially living in my own apartment, moving in recently. Like I love looking at furniture.
yeah.
My new favorite stores has been IKEA and Home Goods. Oh my God, I
Yo,
could get lost
Home
in
Goods.
IKEA for hours.
Dude, I used to have like a disdain for Home Goods when I was little because my I would go run errands with my mom and there's
Mhm.
nothing to do for kids. Like, and I would hate it. Like, I would like genuinely hate it. And now I understand. Like, now I get it.
Yeah, it's
I
just take
get
your
the appeal.
time. You
Yeah.
can find some like nice secret treasures there. Like I found this cool
Yes,
lion statue, which didn't get yet, but I know where it is.
you will.
It's in some shelf. It's yeah. So I'll walk around like Target, Walmart, or IKEA or Home Goods, whatever I have time for. That's just so relaxing. I get my steps in, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll go pee probably like 3 times throughout the day through that process
Nice.
because I have
Nice.
a pretty weak bladder and I usually get like the largest size iced coffee in the morning. And I'll do what you do. I'll go to like Barnes and Noble and like relax and sometimes people watch while listening to music
Mm,
while either like reading on my Kindle or doing some light scripting or video work on the side
yeah.
that I might have. Nothing too much. And then when I get home, usually, and then at night, oh, also recently, I usually stop by my parents' house with like a bunch of like coffee orders, like
Ooh.
refreshers or coffee, and just give it to my family. Might sit down and chat for a little bit. Then I head back to my apartment, and I love finishing the night in the living room, putting like a podcast on. Trash Taste, that's like a podcast I've been listening to.
Shout out.
Yeah, they're really good. And then I'll build a Lego set for like hours, just taking my time. Might make some green or chamomile tea, and I'll finish the set, put it onto my display shelf, and have a concert in the shower before I go to bed. I don't know if you definitely do this, Peter, sometimes based on the music choice you're feeling.
Mm,
I hope others do this too, but I always go to my Jerry's Fuels playlist, and for some reason, when I'm in the shower, I want like Sam Smith, Latch,
mm,
acoustic, bopping. I'm like
yes.
I'm not hitting every note, but I'm like singing every lyric.
But in your head, you're hitting every note.
Oh yeah, yeah, and I think the
Yeah.
shower echoing just makes it sound better. But I lean towards just sad
God.
songs or like feel vibe songs that are yeah when in the
Dude,
shower,
I understand.
you
Yeah,
know.
I totally understand that. I
Even if I'm not
depends on
sad,
my mood.
you know.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
But it's also a nice de-stressor. You know, this is we're talking about de-stressing, and that's how I like to finish my day. And then I should be getting back into books. I've only read like one time this past 2 weeks before bed, but it's so much better because reading before bed, it's like natural like melatonin. Like it like
Yes, dude.
because I've been trying to like not take melatonin as often because that was a savior in college, but I don't want to get too dependent on it.
Dude, yeah, now the my problem with reading before bed, it does make me tired, but then I also like can't put it down. Like if it's good,
Yeah.
like last night actually, it was like it was late. Like I started reading late and I was like I shouldn't read. And I like was looking, I was eyeing that book and I was like I'm reading the Atlas 6 right now. I think it was pretty big on TikTok like last year or 2 years ago. But I like called to me at a Barnes and Noble, and I was like, I gotta do it. And I like was like, I gotta know what happened. So that I started reading, and I couldn't put it down, dude. And I just kept going, and then it was just so much later than I needed it to be. But it's
It's a
like
good
so
habit to
nice.
have.
Yeah,
Like not being able to put a book down. That's like a better habit to have. Like better than some other nightly routine habits that I and some other people have. Like I
dude,
know
and in me, yeah.
because usually I'll be on my phone or on my Nintendo Switch OLED. I forgot to tell you that I got one for Christmas for my dad, and it's been a
Dude,
blast. So Peter and I will have
oh,
to. We might.
we have to play
We have to figure out how to stream from our Nintendo
off of
Switch
that.
and then play like 2v2 online. That'd actually be a sick stream.
You might be able to do it, but you might not be able to do it handheld. You might be able to do it if you plug it in. I
Oh,
will figure it
true.
out. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
What do you have? What games do you have?
Right now, I've been playing Pokemon Legends of
Respect.
Arceus,
I
and
think
then
it's
I
Arceus. I
got
think
this
you
like
had it.
small indie game called Moonlighter. This game
Mm.
is about like you go through dungeons and stuff. It's kind of like a roguelike game where you go through
Yeah.
dungeons, pick up loot, and then at the next day you sell that loot and you pick your prices for that. Like if you got like a cool rock or a sword, it's very satisfying
I
and
like
it's
that.
pretty relaxing. And I've also been playing Zelda Breath of the Wild like for the first
Dude,
time.
it's so good, isn't it?
It is. I wasn't able to play because I never really had my own Switch. I shared a system with my siblings, so I never
Yeah.
had like time to play it. But yeah, it's been relaxing.
Damn, nice. I
Fun to
have
play.
Zelda as well. And then I have Mario Kart, which like,
Hmm.
dude, I'm nasty. I love that
Peach.
game.
Peach is my main in Mario Kart.
I'm a Donkey Kong connoisseur in Mario Kart. Um
But on Super
or
Smash
or
Brothers.
Baby Luigi.
Oh, okay.
Just because I think it's so funny to see a baby driving, dude. Like I don't know, like especially if you win, like you just got beat by a baby. He can't even
Yeah.
see above the steering wheel, and he got you. And then Super Smash, obviously.
Yeah.
Oh, and Animal Crossing, which I got it too late. I think no one's playing anymore, and I'm sad.
I haven't played it before. I have not played that.
Oh,
Cause
dude,
is
we
it
can like visit
multiplayer?
each other's houses.
It's
Yeah,
multiplayer,
you can
right?
like, yeah, you can go like visit each other.
I might get it soon because I've never played any type of Animal Crossing ever. So
It's like cool because like it's like what the other game you said, Moonlighters, right?
yeah.
It's like relaxing. Like you like go, you build your house, and like you're just interior designing, and you're like going to other people's houses and just like being like, oh my God, what's up, dude? Nice
Dude, I
couch.
think that might be like stream worthy. We've
Yeah.
never we've Peter and I have recorded gameplay. I think the last time we uploaded a video of us playing Rocket League, but we've never experimented with streaming on YouTube. But we
Yeah.
could change that.
We can definitely change
I
that.
think we got to get more like capture things and then stream it off my
Dude.
PC.
Ah, dude,
I'm
we
excited.
like I'm excited for that, and I just want to say that I'm so excited for this next chapter of the Try Guys here because we're just gonna be pumping out quality conversation. I think we just want it to feel like you're just hanging out with us. We're having a nice
Yeah.
chat. Hopefully you can relate to some of the stuff we're saying or all of it. And thanks for letting us into your ears.
Yes.
We really
Your
appreciate that.
ears.
Yeah. It's
That would
really
be
nice in here. Way to keep them clean.
that would be a great merch drop. The Chai Guys logo, and it says, "Thanks for letting us into your ears."
Your ears.
Oh man,
Wow.
it's so subtly snotty.
It's so naughty, dude.
I love that word. Yeah, the Chai Guys is all about our like kind of rebranding, and our thoughts behind this is we don't want this to feel like a job, like this podcast, like every week.
Yeah.
We want it to be very natural, and it's just two guys, cafe beverage in hand, catching up with our
Hmm.
lives, having, the occasional midlife crisis. I mean, quarter life
Hmm.
crisis, and just having fun. So if you want to join us like every week, we're gonna post every Monday, like today.
Yeah.
And yeah, just join us, have a good time, relax, put us at the background, listen to us in the car. We'll be on Spotify too, for all you listeners there. Yeah, and we hope we make you feel good, and we hope we make you laugh.
Yeah, that's honestly the goal. And if like we're talking about like some of the heavier stuff, like quarter life crises, that stuff is not as fun. We hope we make you feel like seen. Like you're like, oh man, finally somebody put that into words. Because that I feel like I really enjoy when I see any content creator do that for me. Or like
Hmm.
I'm listening to something, I'm like, that's exactly how I feel. So let's like get a nice little Chai Guys community.
Yeah. Oh, I
A
think it's a
chai
good idea. The
community.
chai. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think our old name for our community was the Chai Tribe. Uh,
Chai Tribe returns,
that's
yeah.
still like that still rings off. What rings off the tongue? Rings off the comes off
Rolls off the tongue.
rolls off the tongue.
Dude, it always I just it's not even like it's not even that you don't know it. It's just
Yeah.
that I know exactly what you need to say. Like what you're trying to say. It's beautiful, honestly.
Peter always has me. We're actually texting today. I like at 8:30, around like 8:30 or 9 in the morning. I was like, dude, I'm so excited to record today. And Peter was like, dude, I was about to text you.
I like woke up and I was like, man, I'm really pumped. And I was gonna text you, and then you texted to me, and I was like, this is crazy.
Yeah, there's so many moments like that where we're about to text each other, and yeah, it's nice to have this kind of friendship.
Yeah, dude, I agree. Likewise. Yeah.
That's so.
Yeah.
Any last words for this first? This is
Um,
episode one. Technically, we have like 23 episodes recorded, but this is the Chai Guys reboot. So thank you for joining
yeah.
us. Episode one, the Chai Guys is back. Chai Guys are back, and we're excited to be
Mhm.
back every week.
Yeah, we're pumped to be here. And thanks for listening if you've gotten this far. And I hope you have. I don't know this. I'm feeling a little funky. I'm feeling a little silly today. I feel like I want to end every episode with a movie recommendation and
Ooh, okay.
or a song or any type of media. Today I'm feeling very movie, and I'm feeling like if you're in the mood for a nice, because we're talking about quarter life
Mm-hmm.
crises, I'll never
Crises.
know. But I think that if you are in the mood for a wholesome movie that makes you really think about life and will make you cry. I'm gonna tell you that I've cried every time I watched it. Also, side note, Jerry, I watched Interstellar. I watched snippets of Interstellar again today. I watched
Dude.
someone react to it, and I sobbed at this very desk. I was literally at like 4:30 p.m. fucking crying my eyes out. But anyway, anyway, the movie About Time with Rachel McAdams and Domhnall Gleeson, I recommend. I think I'm gonna show it to my parents tonight, and I'm gonna cry tonight. So I hope that when you're watching this, you do too on this beautiful Monday night. You sob in a good way.
I think for my recommendation, I think we should do like any recommendation, not just media. Like
Yeah.
coffee, like
Oh,
physical
ooh.
recommendations too, like
I like
coffee
that.
drinks.
Yeah, I like that.
I guess
I
my
like that.
recommendation would be watch Spy Family. It's such just a feel good slice of life action anime. It's makes me it just makes me happy watching it. And it's really funny. So if you're not an anime watcher and you want to get into anime, watch that. I think it appeals to a broader audience. And yeah,
I think I'm gonna watch it. To be honest, I think I'm gonna try it out.
it's on Hulu.
Nice.
So if you're listening
Oh
on
yeah,
Spotify, you have
yeah.
Hulu. So you have
You have it.
you have no excuse because it comes with it.
Yeah,
That is
don't
all.
lie to me. I don't know what About Time is on, but you'll find it. I believe in you. It's on something. Oh, it's on Netflix. It's on Netflix. Yeah, that's on Netflix. But yeah, thanks for listening once again.
Yeah.
And we're excited to be back.
Yep. And we've been the Chai Guys. I'm Jerry,
I'm Peter.
and we'll see you next week.
Yeah.